Welcome! And thank you for coming to this exclusive showing at Theater of Convenience, where we have no set schedule and only do theater at our own convenience. Before we begin our play, let us go over some Zoom conventions for this reading. This script includes asides to the audience, so when the characters are leant away from the camera like so, they're speaking to each other in the scene. But when they go for a close-up, that means they're speaking directly to you, the audience, and no one else. Capiche? Now, before we begin our play, let's meet our cast of characters. First up, we have Detective Shorthair, a gruff but honorable ex-detective with long hair. Then there's George, a plucky young journalist looking for her big break. Next up is Klaus, another detective who used to be Shorthair's partner. Then, of course, Marco, Shorthair's lover, resourceful, clever, with great hair. And we couldn't forget about our regulars at the bar. Jackalope, our bartender, a jack of all trades and morally gray multitasker. Catalina, a cat burglar and femme fatale who likes to lounge on top of pianos. And finally, Lucy Goose, an awkward duckling desperate for friends. She would talk a lot if you let her. Set in a world where film noir is the national aesthetic, cigar smoke reigns supreme, and there's a new crime around every corner. This Christmas Eve, there's one criminal no one can ignore. Without further ado, we bring you a cast reading of The Red Claw, a Christmas noir parody by M.K. Wessel. Prologue, a stormy night. In an alley, a silhouetted figure places a lobster claw on the ground. Enter Marco.
I knew it. It was you all along.
So, Marco, you found me out.
When I tell Shorthair about this, you'll go to jail for a long time.
Maybe, but first, you look like you could use a haircut. How about I take a little off the top?
What do you mean? I just had it styled. Oh, wait, you mean... No! No!
The figure slashes at Marco with a lobster claw. Thunder and blackout. Chapter 1. An atmospheric noir bar. Scant Christmas decor, not too cheery. Jackalope, Lucy Goose, and Catalina are scattered around the room. Detective sits further off, drinking eggnog heavily.
It was late one Christmas Eve at the only bar open, the Molting Falcon.
It was 9:30. I'd already charmed half the men in the room, but he wasn't moved.
I told him about my dead partridge, but he didn't even care.
He didn't talk much these days, not since the death of his lover.
Marco! They all look at the portrait of Marco, an old oil painting that looks nothing like the actor.
He quit his job as a detective, really let himself go. Wouldn't even cut his hair.
I heard his dead lover used to cut his hair. He doesn't let anybody close enough to touch it.
I once walked too close to him and he punched me in the face.
Always shrouded in mystery, that man. Shrouded in smoke from his cigars.
It'd been 6 months since I lost him.
And then, at 9:45 p.m., she strolled in like she owned the joint.
Enter George, looking around uncomfortably. She approaches Lucy Goose.
I'm looking for a certain detective. Seen him?
Did you just ask me a question? She asked me a question. She actually noticed me. Maybe we can be best friends. Oh, she's walking away.
Her hair was brown and sleek like a hamster's, and she seemed to glide into the molting falcon like a falcon. I heard her asking for me and quickly hid behind my largest cigar. But she noticed me anyway. As she approached, all milk and honey in that silky dress, countless thoughts went through my mind, more than I could count, maybe 5. But the main one was, what's a dame like that doing in a dive like this?
George approaches Detective, ungracefully. Detective clutches his bottle.
I'd offer to buy you a drink, but it looks like you're all set.
What's a dame like you doing in a dive like this?
I'm a journalist.
And I'm a drunk. Merry Christmas.
He thought he was tough, but I saw right through that hairy exterior.
She tried to look confident, but I could tell by the nervous twitch in her jaw, the nervous tapping of her fingers, that she was feeling nervous. Or maybe she was just itching to play the piano.
I was distracted by the piano in the corner.
She stared off into space for a moment, so I watched Lucy Goose choke on an olive.
Fine. I hear you're the greatest detective in the biz. Thought you could help me out.
Yeah, well, you heard wrong. I retired 6 months ago.
I didn't bring it up because of the pain in his eyes, but I knew his lover died 6 months ago.
6 months ago, I lost my appendix. I got it removed. Wait.
There's a far better man for the job anyway. My old partner, Klaus. 10 times the detective I ever was and solved at least 10 cases.
That may be, but I don't know who I can trust. There's a murderer on the loose. They call him the Red Claw. I could tell that got his attention.
That got my attention. I heard of him, but sorry, kid, I told you. I don't work no more.
Detective starts to leave, but George's next words make him pause with one hand on the door.
I think my life is in danger, Detective. I found a lobster claw on my front porch this morning.
Sounds like you've been sticking your nose where it don't belong. Stop journaling about crime and go back to the fashion column.
He must have been a fan of mine for some time to know I used to write for the fashion column.
All women like fashion, don't they?
I can't just forget what I know, Detective Shorthair.
Don't call me that. Not anymore.
Please, Detective, you're the only one I trust.
And why's that?
He stared me down with a fierceness I had only ever seen in nature documentaries about territorial gorillas.
I could tell what she was about to say would change my life for good. Or not good.
It was Red Claw who killed your lover.
I didn't know that.
He didn't know that.
How do you know that?
The Red Claw murders didn't start until 6 months ago.
Approximately.
No, exactly. They started the night Marco died.
Detective sprints over to the Marco portrait.
Marco!
The portrait echoes back, Polo.
A darkness fell over his features, but it wasn't just the lighting cue. It was guilt. I'm sorry, Detective Hare, but there's nothing you could have done. Red Claw is ruthless. He has less ruth than any other criminal I've come across.
I'll think about it, kid. What's your name? She said her name was George.
My name is George. Funny name, he said.
Funny name. There's someone I gotta talk to first. Meet me back here in a few hours. 1 a.m. Sharp.
He left without another word, and he took his bottle with him.
Detective returns to grab the bottle.
But he didn't pay his bill, so I had to cover it.
Hey, you forgot to pay your bill! No Christmas spirit.
I left her in that smoky bar, all glossy lips and notebook paper, and headed off to Klaus's office. He worked miles away. I had to stop to throw up a few times, so it took me hours to get there.
Chapter 2. Klaus's office. Klaus is at his desk when Detective enters. Blinds cast shadows across the room. Empty stockings line the back wall.
It was almost midnight when he stumbled into my office, vomit on his sweater already. Hey, Detective, you don't look so good.
Is hair.
It wasn't the hair. Here, let me open a window for you. Ah, that's better.
Klaus, I have a lead on the person who killed Marco.
Another lead.
I think there's a chance this time of catching the bastard.
Who is he, Santa Claus? Can it wait a day?
Not quite. He calls himself the Red Claw.
The Red Claw, eh? Maybe it is the big man.
Are you gonna help me out or not?
Don't do this, buddy. Leave it with me. I'll look into it. You're too fragile to work right now.
I can't walk away from this. What do you say, Klaus? One last run?
Not this time, pal. I won't help you destroy yourself.
Out the window we see Santa's sleigh pass by with a distant ho, ho, ho. Neither react. Detective turns and heads back out into the street.
I could feel the truth in his words, that he was truly looking out for me. But truthfully, still hurt when he turned his back. Maybe he was right, that I wouldn't find what I was looking for, but I had to jolly well try. Not just for myself. George. There's something about her. Something in her eyes that reminded me of him.
Blackout as the portrait of Marco is illuminated. Chapter 3. George back at the bar. Lucy sits awkwardly nearby. Cat lounges on the piano. Jack cleans glasses while counting money.
Whoa. You new here?
It was 1:19 a.m. and he still hadn't arrived. I was starting to worry that, just like Santa Claus all those years, he wouldn't show.
I tried to talk to the new girl, but I don't think he likes me.
Enter Detective.
Just then, he burst through the doors, and if it weren't for the long, scraggly hair, I wouldn't have recognized the confident man before me.
He didn't like me either.
There she was, sat at the bar like a bowl of fruit. Still life.
He strode over like a proud lion, showing off that mane of unwashed, greasy hair.
I knew I was, 19 minutes late, and I wondered how much longer she'd have waited. She was a curiosity to me. Curious. Curious George.
They just stared at each other a while, so I thought I should go.
Lucy tries to exit, but has trouble finding the door.
Look who finally showed up. I didn't want him to think I'd been worried.
And just in time to talk to you, Lucy Goosey.
Lucy stops in her tracks.
Did you just say my name? I didn't think anyone knew my name.
You've been coming here for about, 6 months, haven't you, Lucy?
Yeah, the appendix thing really hit me hard.
Mm-hmm. And tell me, Lucy, what do you think of seafood?
It's wet?
I decided to go along with the bluff. Wet. Like blood?
Oh, God. I mean, yeah, I guess so. Blood is wet.
You like blood, do ya? I knew it couldn't be her, but I thought she might know something. If anyone was loose-lipped around here, it was Lucy Goose.
I wouldn't say I like it. I mean, I guess it's pretty vital for us to live, so I guess in a way I do like it.
Don't play dumb with me, Luce. I know you're the Red Claw.
I think he likes me.
Where were you yesterday morning around 6 a.m.? Perhaps leaving a severed lobster claw on my porch?
Christmas came a little early. Ha!
Yeah, so I'm actually allergic to shellfish, so I don't think that was...
Oh, yeah. Can you prove it?
Well, if you get me a lobster, I could rub it on my face and...
This is a waste of time. She's obviously not the Red Claw.
You're right. The Red Claw would have to be a lot smarter. There must be someone else.
His eyelashes fluttered like butterflies when he blinked. I could see there was a darkness inside him that scared, but also thrilled me. His coat billowed in the stagnant air of the bar, and I watched him as he pirouetted toward the piano in the corner. Catalina, the cat burglar.
Chapter 4. Catalina on the piano. Detective approaches.
The moment I caught sight of her on that piano, I knew she was a gal to ask. All sultry and sly on the keys, smirking like the cat that caught the canary.
I knew he couldn't resist me for long. It was 2 a.m. by the time he caught my eye. The feline felon and the troubled detective. We were drawn together like magnets on a fridge.
Hello, Catalina.
My detective, I'm positively dying to know what you're up to this time.
I knew she was trouble when she began making cat puns.
I was hoping you could help me out with a little problem.
Is it a personal problem or more like a general catastrophe?
What do you know about the Red Claw?
I didn't like that girl. Too catty. But he said she was important to the case.
Don't be rude. She's important to the case.
I've only heard whiskers of Red Claw. You're not the only one who's been asking questions about him, you know.
A journalist?
A detective?
No, the third archetype, a vigilante, out for revenge. He's known as the Masked Wolf. You might want to cross paths with him.
I'm only interested in Red Claw.
Only red? I have some claws for you right here if you'd like.
Do you know anything, Catalina?
No, I don't. But I bet you all my 9 lives that the wolf would know. It's hunting season, and he's got his eye on seafood.
Where do we find this wolf?
You don't. The wolf finds you. But if anyone knows anything about him, it's that bartender over there, Mr. Jackalope of all trades. He's probably heard a thing or two.
Let's leave this fat cat to her tricks. We're barking up the wrong tree.
She wasn't nice, but I admired her wordplay.
See you around, Catalina.
That's a promise. Bye, Nya. He looked on the verge of confessing his love for me, but I decided to save it for another holiday. I watched his calves as he tiptoed away, all curved and scrumptious, just waiting to pounce. I hoped to see him later that silent night.
Chapter 5. Jack at the bar. Detective and George approach as he plays poker with himself.
It was 3:45 a.m. by the time they made their way. By the time they made their way over to me at the bar. It had been a while since I'd been interrogated. So I wanted to put my best foot forward. I had a hard time deciding which foot was my best, though, so I ended up leaning slightly away from them as a compromise.
Jackalope! How's business?
Oh, you know, businessy.
My partner has some questions for you.
Oh, yeah? Like what?
You ever hear any howlings about a masked wolf?
A wolf, you say? Nothing much. Not really a dog person.
No? Then maybe you have a thing for lobster!
Oh, lobster, huh? You looking for the Red Claw?
You know how to find him?
I might have some information for you.
Tell us where he is!
I could tell you, but what would I get out of it?
Maybe doing the right thing for once?
Oh, the right thing, huh? I'm ambidextrous. I'd as easily do the left thing. But sure, I'll tell you. If I get something in return.
A quid pro quo.
Yeah! A squid-do pro.
That's right. I want Adobe Pro. In exchange for what I know about the Red Claw.
You'll get your Adobe Premiere Pro when you tell us the information! And once it's been invented!
I'll take that deal.
They execute an elaborate handshake.
So, the thing about the Red Claw is that he's always buying lobsters to leave at the scenes of his crimes as a sort of calling card.
We already know that. I've been following his crimes for months now. Come on, detective, he's got nothing.
I'm not finished. If you wants to find the Red Claw, you got to find the man who's been buying all the lobsters. And, I think I see a lobster right over there. They turned to look at the man with the lobster, expecting to find some rugged ruffian, a stranger they could lock away without any qualms. But what they found instead was...
Chapter 6. Enter Klaus with a lobster.
Klaus? You can't help after all!
He tries to hug Klaus, but George stops him.
Detective, I don't think he's here to help. Look at what he's holding.
Oh, anyone can enjoy lobster on Christmas, George, not just criminals.
But detective, it's missing one claw, just like...
The claw I left on your front porch yesterday. Oh, George, you should have heeded my warning.
Klaus, I don't understand. Why do you have an accent? You didn't have an accent before.
I'm sorry, comrade. I never wanted it to end this way. Attention, fellow bar folk. I would suggest running.
He didn't have to tell me twice. It was already 5:15 a.m., and I was tired.
I always thought that he was fishy.
I don't know what's happening, but my lips are swelling.
No, you can't be. Red Claw killed my...
Yes, sorry about that, but Marco found out what I was doing, so I had to get rid of him.
No!
Yes, and here's a speech to prove it. You see, I was a good detective, but I wanted to be a great detective. Dreams come true in America, so I came here. Except you were always better than me. So I started staging crimes I could solve faster than anyone else, even you. And everything was good for a while. But the crimes got more and more complex, and I looked like more and more of a genius. But your Marco didn't believe I could be that clever. He was convinced I was up to something, and he was right. But how rude! So I had no choice. I killed him before I could tell anyone. And then I realized what was to stop the Red Claw from killing again. It would only make Detective Klaus more famous.
It's a good speech.
But you two were friends. You were like brothers.
Yes, but not actually brothers.
Like Cain and Abel.
Well, no, they were brothers. We're not.
What would Mrs. Klaus say?
Leave my mother out of this.
Wait, I don't believe it. You wouldn't do this.
No, you thought you knew me all along, but I was the Red Klaus.
You never cared about me, did you?
No, I didn't.
Well, you know what? You shouldn't have read me that speech, because now I'm gonna put you in the naughty list. Not in a weird way.
Oh, really? You think you can stop me? What do you think, Jackalope?
Enter Jack, who reappears suddenly like a magician. He ties them up with a single loop of tinsel.
Sorry, fellas, he's got my hands tied. So now I've got your hands tied. He offered me 5 Adobe Pros. What's the guy to do?
Come on, Jack, you don't gotta do this.
Please, Jack, it's Christmas.
Hey, what can I say? I don't get holidays off.
Jack finishes tying them up back to back and leaves.
useful to have a jack of all trades on one side. He has set up a lovely bomb to explode in 1 minute. I'll just leave this here. My calling card, you understand. I'll save the head for last. Season's greetings, comrade.
Klaus, wait!
Say hi to Marco for me.
You bastard!
Bastard!
Chapter 7. George and Detective alone.
You won't get away with this. Come on, these nuts can't be that strong. Help me out here. Detective? Detective!
He's a jackalope of all trades. He can do it all. We can't get out.
Well, maybe the bombs died.
Were you even listening? We're done. Finished. Kaput. We had a good run, kid.
No, this can't be the end. I was gonna make my big break in the papes. Be a real journalist, not just some kid who writes about fashion trends. And I was so close. I mean, we really solved a case. A huge case.
I was gonna cut my hair.
What?
Before I went by Detective Shorthair. Because Marco, he always used to cut my hair. It was our little ritual. You could say, but since he passed, I haven't touched it. Like I've been waiting for something to change, and then I met you. And I wanted to work again. I wanted to be a detective. I wanted to be Detective Shorthair. But now, I guess I'll never.
Enter a man in a wolf mask. He gives a short howl.
Who goes there?
Shorthair, it's me.
Marco lifts up the mask and points between himself and the Marco portrait. They look nothing alike.
Is it really you, Marco?
Oh, look. I've decommissioned the bomb.
But how are you alive? And you're the masked wolf?
No! I had to fake my own death after Red Claw attacked me. He left me bleeding out from a gash in my face, not thinking I'd survive. But I plucked my own hair from my scalp and sewed it back up.
You always were good with hair.
I survived, but was horribly disfigured. I went into hiding to save you from the same fate.
Oh, that's great, but you need to untie us now. Red Claw is getting away.
I know. I must stop him this time. To save you, mi amor. And I can't have you following me.
No, you can't face him alone. I can help.
It's for your own good, Shorthair.
Don't leave me! Not again!
Feliz Navidad.
He's gonna get himself killed. There must be a way to escape.
I don't know.
Short hair, think.
I tried to be logical, but it was difficult with all the plot twists. I could feel George struggling behind me and knew that Marco was out there, alone against Red Claw. And then suddenly, I saw the lobster claw on the counter and had an epiphany. Quick! We can cut ourselves free with the claw he left. That stupid lobster didn't think this would come in handy.
They shimmy against the claw to free themselves.
Come on, we have to find them. But dread was already seeping into my bones. I didn't want to believe we might be too late.
Chapter 8. Out on the street. Detective and George stagger around. It's windy, dark, and snowing. Distant carolers sing.
Where did they go?
No, it can't be.
What is it? Short hair, tell me.
There!
I finally looked where he was pointing and I saw it. The head of a lobster. The Red Claw's calling card. We're too late.
Not yet. There's no body.
Well, where are they?
I had an idea. Marco!
Polo!
Up there! On the roof!
Lights up on the top of a building where Marco and Klaus are wrestling.
I won't let you hurt any more people.
The red claw will not go down to the man's well.
Yeah, you're being very selfish, lobster man.
Marco! Just let him go! He'll kill you!
No, short hair. I would let 100 lobsters kill me to keep you safe.
Then I will gladly kill you.
Then we will die together.
Marco!
Oh no!
It all happened so fast I barely transcribed it in time. But at the moment, the masked wolf and the red claw both fell from the 6-story building to their deaths.
2 bodies fall into the audience. Or maybe just a Santa Claus pillow and a stuffed dog.
The wolf sacrificed himself to keep his lover safe.
Chapter 9. Back at the bar. All characters have returned, including the bodies of Marco and Klaus. Jack is tied to a chair with tinsel. A little more Christmas cheer than before.
The detective and the girl caught me a few blocks away caroling on a street corner, so they brought me back to the Molting Falcon and tied me up. Hey, I said I was sorry, but no one listened.
That girl was back, tagging along with Detective Beefcake, but she didn't raise my hackles so much anymore.
My doctor said I almost died from my last exposure to shellfish, but these people are my friends, so it was worth it.
So it's almost on, and I have one hell of a story for my editor, but what about you, Detective? What are you gonna do?
Well, we'll have to move the bodies at some point.
Back to retirement?
No. Someone has to stop these detectives from becoming crustacean-themed criminals. I think it's time for Detective Shorthair to make a reappearance.
Hey, could somebody grab that lobster claw and cut me free?
I have a better idea.
Better than freedom?
Does it involve me?
Ooh, are you gonna value my company and respect me as an individual?
No.
Okay.
The detective picks up the lobster claw and holds it out to George.
Would you?
Detective Shorthair, it would be my honor.
He presents his hair. George, teary-eyed, accepts.
It was then that I realized I'd never have a chance with that mysterious man.
I watched intently as the razor-sharp claw made contact with his greasy locks.
And the detective seemed to transform when, as dawn broke over the city at 7:30 a.m. that Christmas morning, George cut his hair. We wish you a Merry Christmas.
We wish you a Merry Christmas.
We wish you a
Merry Christmas. Happy New
Year.
And that was The Red Claw by Malia Wessel, starring Emily Steward as Detective Shorthair, Rachael Uyeno as George, Abigail Haugen as Klaus, Tyler J. Haugen as Jackalope, Christine Lamborn as Catalina, Emily Huntingford as Lucy Goose, and Dylan Chace Lee as Marco. Thank you for supporting Theater of Convenience, and enjoy the holiday season!